What is going on? I am Mike Ray and welcome to Chit Chat Gaming for the week of April 28th, Friday. I'm already skipping ahead here. I got lots of big news going on this week, lots of big things, but of course the biggest thing that we got today is the biggest release for Nintendo since the launch of the Switch, since the Breath of the Wild Zelda, and that is finally we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. So it did release today. That's April 28th, not February. So yes, this did release today. I am so stoked about this game. I do obviously have the original one here for the Wii U. This one here got all the DLC from the previous game here. You have a couple new characters. You got the Splatoon Inkling Boy and Inkling Girl. You're also going to have a new battle mode, which is what the original one should have probably had, but you got that in here as well too. You got some new characters like the Gold Mario as well. You have, you got Bowser Jr., but a new map, a new battle map, which is from the Splatoon map itself. Great game. I love Mario Kart. I've always loved the Mario Kart series, so I'm very, very stoked about playing this. I will be unboxing this here shortly, in a little bit here, and showing you kind of the startup menu. Before we get to that though, I do have a couple other things. Obviously, as you can see in front of me here, McDonald's and Nintendo are now teaming up and releasing new Super Mario toys for their Happy Meals. Regardless, I didn't get the Happy Meal. I did purchase these individually, but yes, Mario toys are now available through May the 22nd with Happy Meals at McDonald's. So that's awesome. All, of course, hyping up this game here, I'm sure. Also, just announced yesterday, Nintendo dropped a bombshell. They released information on the new 2DS XL. So this pretty much looks just like how the 3DS looks, minus the 3D capabilities. You got the C-Stick, you got the Amiibo Touch NFC reader on there as well too. It does indeed fold open. So it looks like a great product. I think this is really cool. I was really surprised. I figured they'd spend a lot of time on the Switch and not so much time on the 3DS. There was lots of rumors going around that the 3DS may be becoming obsolete eventually. But I think this kind of takes care of those rumors, unless they do the same thing they did with the Nintendo NES Mini. They bring it out for a year and kind of just fade it away, which I hope not, but I do think this is going to be awesome. It does run $150 and it will be available on July the 28th. Again, that is Nintendo new 2DS XL. Also here, before we get any further, I want to give a quick shout out to my boys over at the Party Chat Society. They were here in the studio a few weeks back. They were hanging out here. They did some unboxings on their Video Games Monthly box. But those guys, along with Rockhart Clothing, have introduced me to this line here, this shirt I'm wearing. Again, this is Rockhart Clothing. I saw these guys first. Well, I saw this shirt and some of their clothing line on Metal Jesus Rocks, if you guys watch that YouTube channel. And when I kind of forgot about it, I was like, oh, that shirt looks great, and just kind of forgot about it. And then when I saw the Party Chat Society's YouTube video, they had an unboxing of their 5-year box. That's Rockhart Clothing's 5-year anniversary box. They did an unboxing of that, and they had an awesome shirt just like this, but it had an SNES controller in there, of course. And then they had a bunch of other goodies in there as well. And I just want to give a shout out to my boys Kyle and Kyle at the Party Chat Society for kind of showing me this. Ever since then, I've had a pretty good relationship with Rockhart. They're very responsive on Instagram, on Twitter, and such. So I definitely recommend checking them out. If you're on YouTube, I will put their link, their website in the description below. It is simply rockhartclothing.com. So definitely give them a check out. Also, I will put the Party Chat Society's video of their unboxing of the 5-year anniversary box in the description as well for you to check out. It was a great unboxing, tons of cool stuff with that. I definitely recommend checking these guys out. So next thing, I get asked a lot. I'm going to have today a special guest with me. His name is Danny from Nintendocade. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber. I get asked a lot, before I call him, I get asked a lot, why YouTube and why Nintendo? I get people asking me all the time, why am I doing this? Mike, you only have 25 subscribers on YouTube. You only have 80 likes on Facebook and such. So for me, if you know me, you know that once I put my heart to something, I just keep going. Professional wrestling, I did that for 5 years, promoted, wrestled, did everything I could for that. Wrestled in front of lots of people, a little bit of people as well too, but definitely always had my heart in that. I went into the film industry, had some great films, short films, won some festivals. The Muscatine Independent Film Festival, myself and Chad Bishop started that together. It's just one of those things where I just really wanted to do this. I wanted to try YouTube. I love gaming, but as much as I love gaming, I like to share it with people. Sure, I can go home and play these games in my own privacy, my own home, and just talk about it to my kids or something maybe, but it's a lot more funner to be able to come on here and share my excitement for gaming itself, unboxings, the Switch, etc. with you guys at home. So why Nintendo? I get asked all the time, why don't you go with like PC, Xbox, PS4? Nintendo, I fell in love with the Nintendo community. I've always been a fan of Nintendo, whether it was the original NES, the SNES, or 64, GameCube, all those, man. Mario is always going to have a place in my heart, as well as Zelda, which is one of my favorite games of all time. So it's just the Nintendo community. Like I mentioned, I'm going to have Nintendocade on the phone here in a little bit. This guy did not have to give me the time of day to come on here and talk to a small little YouTuber like myself, but he definitely sees potential and wants to go ahead and help me out, and that's one thing I really respect about the Nintendo community. Everybody I've met that's been a part of Nintendo has been great. I can tell you for a fact on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, Nintendo, just all the people from there just seem to have the most responsive comments to myself. They're always definitely giving me information. They're always giving me, any kind of, help that they can give to a smaller YouTuber himself. So again, big shout out to the Nintendo community. I met Danny from C&D channel on YouTube. Ever since then, I kind of just hooked up with him on Twitter, and he's been responding back to me quite a bit. He's one of the first main YouTubers to like my Twitter page and actually share something, so I do respect him for that. So that's the reason why I do YouTube. Like I mentioned, I could go home and do this myself, but I love to share it with you. I got friends who have tried doing this with me as well too, and I understand, you have kids, you have families and such. I get that, I do too. I got a full-time job, but if you're really passionate about something, you really want to do something, you will do it. And it's people like Danny and so forth that will help you out and definitely encourage you to keep on moving with what you want to do.